Hey guys, this reading is going to be for the sign of Taurus for December 2024. Keep in mind that these are just general readings and they will not resonate with all of you. Only keep the messages that resonate and discard the rest. This will be for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Take a look at all of your signs to get a clearer picture of what's going on in your life, guys. Also, all my readings are timeless regardless of the timestamp, so whenever you hear it, it is when it's right for you. All right, let's see what's going on with my Tauruses. Can you all believe that it's almost the end of 2024? It's like blowing my mind right now. All right, let's see. I thought I thought 2024 was gonna be better than 2023, right? And for some reason it seemed like it was either worse or about the same. Seems interesting. All right, but I'm hoping 2025 will be our year, guys. Sorry I'm taking so long. It doesn't feel ready, but okay, let's. Okay, so I'm hearing already that you're having some kind of conflict with breaking a cycle with something from the past, something that you thought was going to come through for you. But it's like for a long time you were really confused about letting it go. To me it feels like a past love because it like popped out at me right here. It even says it, right? Because it's the Six of Cups. It's all about, old memories, your childhood memories, things from the past. Doesn't necessarily have to be childhood because, the kids are right here because, the Six of Cups, that's what it's about. It's about your childhood and how you grew up and things from the past. But right now that I'm getting that this is someone that I'm getting a lot of things in my head, guys. I'm getting like you feel that you wasted time. You feel that so much time. I just keep hearing it over and over. So much time wasted. So much time wasted. And you could not for the life of you get rid of this person. Not necessarily like get rid of them, but it was like just a habit you could not seem to break. No matter what you did, no matter how much you tried to stand your ground, Taurus, you always went back to this person or you guys ended up coming back together. And I feel like you've been doing a lot of reminiscing about that. I feel that with everything that's happening right now with like the planets and all the things that are going on, I feel like it's like something from your past that you finally are going to lay down to rest. You're going to finally let it rest. You're finally going to let it go. You're going to finally forgive yourself for wasting so much time on a person that you thought was your everything, your soulmate, the person that you were going to grow old with, the person that you were going to have a partnership with. You didn't see anything else than this person. And I'm hearing that it took you a long time to get here. They were just a energy grabber, a pastime, a toxic pastime for you, this person. Wow, I'm getting a lot of things, guys. Let me get a couple more cards and see what else the universe wants to talk about this person and why it's so important that you finally, they want you to know that they see that you finally laid this down to rest. And, I'm getting a lot of stuff, guys. And I feel like, I don't feel like I need any cards at the moment because I'm just getting bombarded by you guys' thoughts of what this relationship meant to you. I feel like, excuse me, sorry. I feel like it was just over and over a cycle that you repeated with this person, breaking up, making up, or some kind of a situationship. And it was like 4 years, guys. So whoever this, if this is your reading and you resonate with this, this is telling me that it was someone that was always in the background, always kind of not your backup plan, but I think that they were your like plan A, right? And everybody was like backup plans, but this person was always in the background, in the foreground. Just like, because I see them holding your heart and like keeping it captive and like putting it away on a shelf. Like they knew, whoever this person is, they knew what they were doing. I think they never gave it much thought on what the fact of keeping you, stringing you along was doing to your life. I feel like a lot of you are really like upset that this person would string you along for so long and just waste your time for so long. And I also hear you guys saying, I can't believe I let that happen. I know a lot of you are having a hard time forgiving yourself for whatever happened with this person, how you let them waste your life, because I keep on hearing it, waste your life, your prime, the prime of your life, because you thought this person was the one that were going to come through. They told you so many lies, so many things that made you think that they felt the same, and it just didn't turn out that way. And I feel like you were waiting and waiting and waiting, and it just never came in. I feel like you were stuck in like a past relationship you guys had, or some kind of romantic times that you had. I feel like you built a fantasy or a life. I'm getting a lot of things, guys. I'm getting pictures though, so I gotta figure out what they're trying to tell me. I feel like you build your life around them, like they were just a big part of your life for so long. You should be grateful that you were able to let this go, Taurus. Because, I mean, can you imagine if you would have been stuck there all your life? Because it's totally possible. Some people are stuck on someone for the rest of their lives. They never really, really move on. And I feel like you should give yourself a break, Taurus. I know that you wasted a lot of time. I'm hearing 8, 10 years on this person. Could have been 8. Could have been, I'm getting 18. I'm getting 20. For some of you guys, this wasn't just a situationship. This could have been a marriage, but it was like a marriage on paper. You guys were like not together anymore, or you guys lived together anymore, but you guys weren't like together. I feel like it was fake or something for some of you, but I'm getting it again that you regret not leaving sooner. You regret not being brave enough to walk away. I keep hearing it again. I thought he was my person. I thought he was my person. I thought he was the one. I can't believe that I let so many years be wasted by this person that literally didn't mean anything. And I'm hearing that you you feel that this was some kind of a trauma bond, or it just feels like this person really, really got a kick out of keeping you in the foreground, in the background, or as their backup plan. Yeah, see, you've released yourself from all this stuff, and I feel like this person was just like it was just a lot of words, promises, nothing like concrete. And they kept you, right? They kept you in the prison right here with the 8 of Swords. They kept you in a prison with all their sweet words, all their sweet talk, all their promises. We're going to end up together one day. I know right now we can't be together, but one day, someday, they had you like that, Taurus. They had you like, one day we'll be together. One day we'll magically work out. One day we will, this is how this person was brainwashing you. And you were like all for it because you felt the same. But this person didn't feel the same. So that's why I call it brainwashing, because they didn't mean what they were saying. They were just doing it to, brainwash you into thinking that they did. And you were in a nightmare or a cage. I'm getting a bunch of words of your own making, right? With the 8 of Swords, because you at any time could have taken off the bandage from your eye. Yeah, the bandage from your eyes, and the ties, because I'm seeing like your wrist tied and your arms tied. You were like, you feel like you were stuck in the situation, but that whole time you could have walked away at any time. And that's why this is in reverse now, because you actually walked away, right? And it even says it right here, guys, right? Eight of Swords, helpless, feeling trapped. That is how you felt. You felt like you had no choice. You felt like you were stuck. This was your person and you had to accept, who they were. I'm getting, you loved them so much. You've never felt a love like this for anyone, that you felt like you needed to accept this person with all their flaws, because this is your person, right? So you're going to have to accept them. So you used to make so many excuses for their behaviors, or at least I hear that you were always trying to understand why this person was the way they were. But I'm feeling like this person was just had you around to hook up. That's what you were to them. You were a hookup. It had to do a lot with the doing the dirty, right? Like this is right here. And you put a, exactly, ending, transition, death. You put a death to all of these. The sweet words, the sweet nothings, the I promise, we'll be together, the fantasies, the future faking. You got yourself out of that. And you also, there was some kind of bond that you guys had. It wasn't just trauma bond. It was exactly like this card says, right? It was some kind of bond that you had with this person, that you guys couldn't let go of each other. It wasn't just you, right? It wasn't just one-sided, because this person was always open to you coming around or coming back. I'm hearing coming back, because earlier we were talking about how you guys make up to break up or whatever. So I'm seeing a merry-go-round now, guys. I see that you guys were going round and round and round, same situation, same problems over and over. And you've just put a death to that. You've put it away. You've put it in the back of your mind. This is something that you still look back fondly. You still care about this person. They were a big part of your life for a long time. So for those of you that think that you could forget this person and not ever think about them again, I don't believe that that's possible. And I know that that bothers you. I don't know why I said you. I had Taurus. I know that bothers you, Taurus. The fact that they will always pop in your mind. Anything reminds you of them. Movies, people talking about their relationships. I got an example in my head about how the person, because this is resonating with me as well, guys. That person in the foreground, he was a twin. So a couple of days ago, I saw some twins and I got reminded, right? I wouldn't like to think about that person, and I block it out of my mind. And I feel like you Tauruses are doing the same thing, because that's the example I got, that anytime that you get a thought or a feeling, I feel like it took a lot of work for you to stop associating this person coming into your mind with happiness. I feel like you did a lot of healing therapy to get past this person. So it really upsets you when they pop into your head, especially when it's a fond memory, because you don't want to think about them that way anymore, because you're afraid. You're afraid that you'll go back, because it was such a long, long cycle. It was such something you couldn't get yourself out of. So now anytime you get a happy thought associated to this person, you're like, no, no, no. You just don't even want to connect those things in your mind anymore. You don't want to connect any kind of happiness to any thoughts of this person. So I get that. You're putting death to all the words, all the being stuck, the helplessness, and that bond. You're finally going to let it go, and This is just going to be a memory of big chunk of your life, guys. For some of you, I'm hearing 20 years. So I get that. All right, so let's see what else the universe wants to talk about. If they keep talking about the same thing, I'll go ahead and just close it out, guys. But I think I'm going to do one more line and see what else the universe wants to talk about. Exactly. This is exactly, and the universe is talking about it again. They're going into more deep, more deep into the relationship and what it was really about. Exactly. Mind games, betrayal, toxic love, 5 of Swords right here, right? Winning at all costs. Not. It feels like this person was out for themselves, and you felt it. So you always were like on the defensive, or I'm feeling like at the end of the relationship, you started seeing what this person was really like, and you started to like take care of yourself, right? Because this person always showed like their meanness and their badness like up front, and you didn't start like putting your badness up front into like almost the end. Like you're defensive, like you didn't start like, I don't know, it feels like when you were awakened at the end of this, you started going in some kind of a like circle, mind games. It's just a lot of toxic stuff that used to go on. So they're just going into more depth about the relationship and what happened. Exactly. This is him. And it could have been a water sign for some of you guys, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign. So that would be Cancer, Pisces, and is it Libra? Yeah, the water signs. No, Libra is not water. I'm a little off today, guys. But yeah, here he is, like, just watching you be, what am I getting? I'm getting, like, the person that he was pretending to be, or she. These cards don't have any gender. I'm just going by the picture. Sorry, guys. It was Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for the water signs. I finally remembered, right? I was going, like, blank. But yeah, this person could be a water sign, but I don't think so. I think that this person is very emotional, and that's why this card is coming up. This is who they were pretending to be. I don't feel like this is who they really are. I feel like this is the person that you wanted them, or you thought that they were. This is like a charade, right? This looks just like the same person, right? So this is who they pretended to be, to keep you around. They pretended to be devoted, protective, emotionally mature. It's like they would say all the right things, just like this Page of Swords over here, about messages, about words, about incoming messages. So we're talking about text messages, emails. I feel like this relationship was like 90% text messages. Yeah, and it was like easy for this person to pretend that they were a King of Cups, and still, like, I keep hearing behind your back. Like, let me see what they're trying to say. Yeah, like behind your back, there was someone else. They weren't who they were pretending to be. And now I feel like this person is thinking about you. I'm hearing about a last dance, last instance, a last meeting, a last talk. They're very confused because you guys have been going round and round for about 20 years, right? For those of you that have been doing this for 20 years, 15 years, or 10 years, you guys have been going round and round doing this over and over again. It didn't matter how many years you guys didn't talk. I'm hearing sometimes you guys would go a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they would still come back and they would like have you all lovey-dovey. It wasn't hard for this person to get you back in love with them. So I feel like this last time, for those of you that have finally laid this to rest, right? Because that's what this reading is all about the fact that you're laying this to rest and finally accepting that this was just a part of your life, right? This is something that you needed to learn. This is something that made you stronger, made you wiser. I feel like this relationship was very similar to a relationship you had growing up, right? And not to get all psychological and therapy or psychiatry, whatever word you guys want to think of, but they always say that our partners are always your most difficult parent. So for me, for example, just, because I'm resonating a little bit, this person that was always in the foreground, always treating me as same, like this, not saying one thing, me doing whatever, like making rules and then breaking the rules and being like, oh, the rules don't apply to me, the rules just apply to you. I feel like for me particularly, it was the relationship I have with my mother. So this relationship helped me see a lot of things in the family dynamic that I had, and it feels like for you guys this has also healed, and I wouldn't be surprised if you guys also cleared out your life of, I heard, narcissists, energy drainers. I feel like you cleared out your life of all these people. So, but I'm getting the storyline again. It's coming back up about how this person is confused because they've always been able to get you back. And this last time, they were sweet. They were great. They gave you all the words. They gave you everything. And I feel like you finally put it down. You finally realized that this person's never going to change. I feel like this time you guys were apart for a really long time, maybe 2 or 4 years. But you were still carrying a torch around for this guy or person, or, who, whatever it may be you guys. You were still carrying around a torch. You still had the fantasy that they might change someday. And you were like, okay, I'm going to heal and take time to get healthy. And then I'm going to go back to this person. And that wasn't your plan, going back to this person. But you ended up going back to this person to see if now that you're healthy, things would be better. Or maybe they got healthy too, right? You figured that after 4 years or however long it was since you guys have talked, that this person would have got healthy. And it like completely broke your heart that you came back 4 years later and you feel like 100% new, different person. You've learned so many lessons and this person was exactly the same. And you realize that they've been exactly the same for the last 20 years. And now you feel a little bit sorry for them. Your perspective has changed so much on this person. Doesn't mean that you don't love them. I feel like you're always going to love them. You're going to love them for the rest of your life. But it's a different kind of love. Some of you are still feeling guilty about letting this person waste your time for so long. But you also got some kind of vindication the last time that they came around because they did try to be perfect. They did try to act the same way like they've always acted to try to get you back, and nope, you were just like this says. It says cold as ice, right? This person just, your heart has frozen over for them. You're not receptive to them anymore. And it took you a long time to get here, Taurus. It's not like this happened overnight for you guys. But this person does still think about you. If they pop into your head every so often, it's because they're thinking of you too. You're a big chunk of their life too. I'm not going to say that you didn't mean something to this person. Of course you meant something to this person, but they didn't like they didn't have the plans that you had, Taurus. Just so I can be more what I'm getting in my head is that you had different kinds of plans. This person, you were their backup, and for you this person was your person. They weren't your backup. This was the person that you were going to spend your life with. So I'm so glad that you guys saw who this person really is, that they had no intention of being with you, because you did waste a lot of your life. But that's okay, guys. It's better now than it's better now than never, right? And I do feel like it's time for Taurus to forgive themselves, to let this go, to not think that this was some kind of a punishment. This was actually something that you needed to learn. And I'm hearing in my head, you're never going back. And that's the vindication that I was talking about, right? That they weren't able to get you back, that they pretended to be everything that they've always pretended to be with you, and you just felt sorry for them. You felt sorry for the fact that they hadn't grown, that they were exactly the same. They had the same goals, the same ambitions, the same personality, the same energy. It broke your heart that this person was exactly the same, and they tried to play the same game on you once again. The same game that had always played, where they love bomb you, sweep you off your feet, tell you everything that you needed to hear for you to fall so deep for them. And it wouldn't have been hard, right, to fall back for them if you really wanted to. But you did so much work on yourself, Taurus. You healed. You stayed away from this person as much as you could, and you finally got over it. And this was a long work in progress, but everybody heals at different times. People learn lessons at different times. Some of you could have had this relationship for 5 years or even less, you know. Some of us learn lessons faster than others. And the reason why I'm laughing is because Taurus is so hard-headed. I am so hard-headed. I gotta sometimes I just don't want to let things go, right? I just have to make them work. And I feel like a lot of us just dug our feet in. Like, if I try a little harder, if I'm just sweeter, oh, goodness gracious. I'm so glad we got past that, guys. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take out one more card to close out the reading, and we will be done with this reading. That was a really interesting reading, guys. I'm so glad that you guys let this person go. And for those of you that haven't reached this place of healing yet, but you're on the verge of figuring out who they really are, it's okay. It's okay. Take your time. You might be in that stage longer than you had expected, because everybody is on a different path, you know, or a shorter time than expected. It's going to be different for all of you. But, you know, we all experience the same energies. This was a big lesson for all of you Tauruses out there that resonate with this. This was a huge lesson, and I feel that it healed. I'm getting it again. It healed some kind of family dynamic, some toxic family dynamic. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have cut ties with like a very close family member, or your whole family, right? I feel like I'm getting a lot of stuff, guys. Why am I hearing preordained? Doctrinated. Oh my goodness, preordained. I don't know if that means anything to you guys. But yeah, I feel like you got indoctrinated into this kind of relationship by like a parental figure. Like they treated you a certain way. And that came up a lot in the reading about the parallels between the way a very close family member that was very important to you, and it could be anybody for you guys, right? It could be an uncle, whoever raised you. I feel like it's whoever raised you for a lot of you, or someone that was a parental figure. They're just sending me all kinds of examples, but it was someone that's very important to you and your family that you're possibly not talking to anymore, that you're taking a break with from them, or it's some kind of a no contact thing. They're parallel with the lessons that you learned. I feel that when you finally let go of that parental figure, you were finally able to lay this relationship as well down to rest. I feel like it's some kind of a toxic pattern that you had with how you allowed people to treat you, that pick me energy I'm feeling. Please pick me, please be with me. If you love me, then I feel worthy. And I get that, guys. I get that so much. Sometimes we put these thoughts in our mind that are not real, but we've been conditioned since we were young, right? It goes back to that parallel family dynamic that you're also healing. I feel that after you let this person go, the family dynamic that you had came into the forefront with whoever this important person was. And I feel like you guys are in the process of healing that as well because of this relationship that ended. All right, sorry, I went in off. They had a lot of to say still, so but I'm gonna go ahead and take out one more card. Sorry, I'm taking so long, guys, but they have so many messages that sometimes I gotta keep going. I don't want you guys to miss anything important. So now after that, everything that has happened, I feel that you feel like you're up in the, like everything's up in the air. Exactly like this card's saying, right? The Two of Wands, waiting, future planning, needing to choose a path. I feel like you feel up in the air, Taurus. You don't know which way to go. Some of you want to go back what you've always known. Some of you want to go back to try to fix this with this person, and others of you want to move forward. So that's what I was talking about earlier, about how some of you guys haven't gone through this yet, haven't healed through it. You guys are still at the beginning, right? Should I stay or should I go? I'm hearing this or that, this or that, this or that. So for those of you that are still stuck in this relationship, in this cycle, in this person, it's okay. It's okay to not choose a path just yet until we're all going to be ready at our own times. Don't rush yourself. It's better to do it when you're ready rather than to force yourself. Excuse me, guys, because right here it says you need to choose a path, right? Leave this person, or I'm hearing it again. Should I stay or should I go? And I feel like a lot of you are stuck there. So I think this is a reminder of the Tauruses that have barely began their journey in waking up to what this toxic dynamic has been in their life or is in their life, right? Because this toxic dynamic can still be in some of your lives and you're just barely waking up and you're not sure where to go. You're not sure, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay with this person? There's something wrong. You've been feeling it for a long time. For those of you Tauruses that haven't left this person, you've known, you've always not felt right about it. You've always felt like there was something off because it just never like meshed. It never worked out. It was just years and years and years, and this person would just promise, words. So those of you that are still in the process of waking up from whatever this is, it's going to be okay, right? Because this whole story is telling you what is going to happen based on the timeline that you're on now, Taurus, right? You just have to push forward and choose a path. And I think that the universe is really nudging you, for those Tauruses that are still stuck on this person, that you need to choose a path because your future is waiting for you. I feel that once you let this go, you're going to be like catapulted into a different kind of life, Taurus. So the song's playing in my head. Should I stay or should I go? So for those of you who are not sure, take the leap of faith. when you get to the other side, it's just going to feel so much better, guys, because I'm already on the side of laying it to rest. And it is so peaceful to know that I've accepted everything that happened. It was nobody's fault. It was just lessons that we needed to learn. And me, as a stubborn Taurus, I was in that lesson looping since 2004. So that was a really long time for me. So I get it. You're strong enough to do this, Taurus. Don't feel that you can't leave this person. I know you love them, and that's never going to go away, guys, right? Because I'm always going to love this person. I'm always going to wish and have fantasies, but it's better to wish and have fantasies when you're out of this, right? Okay. So I'm not going to ramble anymore, but those are all the messages I have for you guys. The universe is just like repeating everything over and over again in my head. So those are all the messages I have for you guys. I hope that helped you guys. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope you guys have a good one, and I see y'all soon. Thanks so much for being here today. Bye, guys.